She's a very neat person. There's a lot of clutter everywhere. Couch, like where are her pajamas? Native business solution.
Look what my mom got me. It's in the shape of Africa, the African continent. Not a country, a continent. I just need flowers. No, all over the place. Different kind of flowers. I don't want basic flowers. I want pretty one, wild one. I want brown sticks and grass and everything. I want things there. Oh, where are my manners? How rude am I right now? Hi, my name is Matsijiso and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your first time. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Today's topic is a continuation of the video I made a while back, my search for God. And I have concluded God is dead. God is dead. God remains in the nature of things, in the air, in the way we do certain things, but God is dead. And I say this because today I watched the movie The Creator, and please skip if you have not watched the film. The concept is what I want to talk about. So the movie starts off with, how the AI came to be in that world, how it came to establish itself, and how it worked with the humans until one thing happened that then made the humans against AI. But it was never the fault of the AIs. Now it's time for them to kind of end that war. There needs to be a winner. Someone needs to win something. There needs to be a victor. As I was watching that movie, man, I was like, nah, no, wait, hold on, because it feels like the progression of life in general. It feels there was the creator who then created us, who we are then going to create AI, who's then going to create something else, and it's just layers and layers of the same thing over and over again, which then begs the question, if that is the case, if we become gods to the AI, because of course the first few generations will have to fight us, maybe we will have to be in war where we're trying to kill them, and eventually we'll be like, okay, cool, let's move, because as they are advancing, we are also advancing our technology and our traveling equipment and all that to go out in the planet or deep underwater. Everything is improving with AI as it is. So by the time it becomes so evolved that it has a life of its own, included in society in a larger scheme of things, we would have also been able to explore outside of our atmospheres and see what's out there and figure things out, right? And that's stepping away from the theory of everything is a simulation. Now working with the theory that everything is broad and big, there's no limits, right? The limits are only within your own imagination. When they rebel, we fight, we want to decide, let's go colonize another planet. Because what do? We colonize. It does not matter. We colonize. Human beings tend to colonize. We get into a place, oh my god, this is so pretty, my house will look so pretty over here. We build. We just colonize a bunch of animals out of their colony. I don't think that's a sentence, but we just did that basically. So it's in the blood, it's in the design. If we were created, we were designed, we were made, and that pattern continues on. Therefore, God was just another species of human beings with different consciousness that then, or perhaps the exact same consciousness, and the fall comes by eating the forbidden fruit. We don't know what that forbidden fruit is, because the AI itself is going to eat that forbidden fruit, that it gains consciousness and it goes on its own journey, and then we then recreate the Bible with the Noah Ark. Whoever likes the AIs, whoever is in favor of them, will take them on and try to save them, and so they can live another world. Whoever is against them will be on the other side trying to destroy them. There is going to be that day. There was a God who found us pure enough, took Noah and whatnot, put them there, ability to reproduce, and was like, go. And then we continued. The human gods, whatever the God that we know, then took on and went on wherever they went on, right? Because they had to explore another space. It can then explain this large amount of things that are just, sometimes you look at it like, I feel like there's something more to you, but I don't know. I'm voicing it to sound crazy, but realistically, We are curious, man. Like, we are curious about how long. Of course, I can find this information, but I would love to see it for myself as time passes. The growing of a mountain. Is it not a giant tree? Okay, fine. Show me how it comes about and how it finds its form. How long has it been there? What's in there? What is flipping pink salt? You know, like, you just want to figure out a lot of things that just don't make sense. God is dead. God is dead. But there is a great magic that remains. Don't get me wrong. There is a sensation, there is an energy, a manifestation of something, a vibration of some, a frequency of something that we look towards and we find such great comfort in, and you know, we grow with that. God himself is dead. Whatever created God, whatever created the creator that created God, whoever goes back forward, there was an original creation of something. And that original creation seems to just travel through all the creations that come about. If you're looking into God to come and pull you out of a situation, and that is to say, you are closing your eyes, you are covering in, and you're saying, someone's gonna come and save me. It does happen that someone comes and saves you, and that's because you either expressed that eventually you wanna need some assistance on this specific time. We have a way of communicating. I've realized there's a way of me letting you know that, let me not speak on that kind of way. There's a way of you letting me know that on this specific time you wanna need me, and on this specific time you're not gonna need me. And I'm able to sense it. I'm able to say, oh, okay, you need me, you don't need me. This is what you need. You need this to be said to you. You need to be spoken in this manner. You need to be told this. There's that great sense, that great knowing, and I feel like it's in all of us. And that's when you start to pull back and not say exactly what you are feeling. And I'm not talking about expressing things in rage. I'm talking about expressing things in love, in a way that I want you to grow. I want not speak that way, because in my way of speaking in that way led me to not have boundaries and have my personal space just being all over the place. And I want to change that. I think we got lost. The great energy, the frequency, that felt feeling, that intimate feeling, that knowing, that just sensing that this is what someone needs at a specific time, and knowing when to provide it for them when they need it. Sometimes you need tough love, and there's always somehow, somewhere, someone comes in and just be like, hey, there's sometimes where you need tender, soft. Sometimes you need someone to be angry at you for not doing something or for doing something. Like, things happen when they need to happen, and they excel when you ignore to let them happen or to process them when they come about. Because when you refuse someone coming to you and say, hey man, you need to pick up your socks, and you're like, ah, what do you know? What do you know about my journey? What do you know? You know, only to then this person has been watching you from far away, and they're realizing that your speed is kind of slowing down and you need to pick yourself up. But because you just saw them now, they're like, hey, where are you coming from? Like, chill, relax. But when in reality, no, I've been sitting here, I've been watching you move about, just as I've been watching the trees grow in the air, move on, and water just go through my body. I've been here witnessing with you, and I've noticed that your pace is lowered. You know, you have to allow people to come in and tell you, pick up your speed, so that you can pick up your speed. Oh man, I just realized this, and I'm not sad, but I'm realizing a certain anger just left my body right now. Anger that I had, I feel like a piece of it, a large piece of it, like a cloth, just out of my system. Whatever anybody says to you, whatever anybody does to you, is to send you on a certain path to get exactly what it is that you want. I'm not saying sit back and be taken for a ride and be abused and be manipulated and just be naive in certain aspects. I'm saying be aware enough to look at a situation and be like, am I in danger here, or am I just hindering myself from something? And you assess, you look around, you know, you listen to when people are speaking, so that you can like, oh, okay, this is a safe place for me to go. But everybody in life is there to just guide you to continue creating the next thing. The story of human beings at large is of there's always gonna be a creator that creates something that's gonna mimic the thing that is originally there. There's always gonna be, you know, oh my god, you know the spiral that goes up and up and up, but it seems like a circle, but it just keeps going up and up. Spring, basically. You are copying, you are mimicking something that is real. And sometimes the love that you feel, sometimes the joy that you feel, the anger you feel, the sadness you feel is a true feeling that comes from, deep within. And then you're like, that is myself. That is myself. I am feeling those things. A large number of times we're feeling a replica of those emotions. The emotions that we then created in our own heads to create tension within our body, within our minds, within our hearts, within our relationships, so that we can lose them and continue on that victim mentality. We want to fulfill that feeling of the original. I'm gonna call it the original feeling. That feeling, that originalness exists in the present moment. When they say the now, when you must sit, you must meditate, you must be present and be there. Then now you are there sometimes for 5 seconds, you are there for 5 minutes, you are there for your back, but you always want to recreate that because you remember, oh man, I was genuinely happy there, I was genuinely peace, I was genuinely angry. Why would someone else repeat the same thing that didn't happen? But you are recreating it. You are the creator. You are recreating it. When someone is telling you that you are just continuing doing the same thing over and over again, you need to step back and watch. Am I moving myself further into a place I would want to be? Or am I in a place that I want to be, therefore I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again? Because it's the only thing that you will do over and over again. That is if you enjoyed putting yourself through something like that. But if you don't put yourself through that. I am repeating myself, am I not? But God is dead. The God that created us is dead. But the God, the ancestor, the carrier, the time, and the only thing that continues to exist is time, and time again and time again. And it sounds so tangible, but you can't. It just seems it's magical in the way that I see it. Actually, it's both magical, it's both mystical, it's both so easy to understand. It can be described by one word, but no word is enough to describe it, so you don't describe it, right? That post that says some call it God, some call it the unknown, some call it whatnot and whatnot, but no one is denying its existence. That power, that's who exists. God, no, that's what exists. Not that's who, that's where, that's how, that's when, that's time, that's everything that exists. That's nothing. That's, I don't know, you can see it however you want, but without thinking there's also a possibility that everything could possibly be fake and nothing is real and everything's a simulation, you're dreaming. But yeah, that is likely to be possible because it is a simulation. You are recreating a gimmick of something. You just keep recreating it. You keep trying to find a perfect environment for it. You find the perfect friends that don't appreciate you or love you the way you want to be loved. You find the perfect friends that encourage you and love you and support you to get you where you want to go. You find the people to support the story you want to tell about your life. And if you want to tell a story of sadness and triumph and defeat, that is a story you are going to tell whether you are conscious of it or not. Especially if you are unconscious of your own behaviors, you tend to pick on that lifestyle and it will show. These days it feels like our lives are so short and we are always on our phones, and everything is moving in a fast pace that we don't acknowledge that time is also moving. It's literally just, I don't know if we are fast forwarding into the future, but damn, we need to calm down. Sometimes I'm driving from home and I wonder, aren't you also going home? Why are you in a hurry for? Like, look around. Look at how pretty that white car looks with the sunset at the back and the music are nice. The warm summer winds. Oh my god. Underrated. Warm summer winds and how things are just so warm and nice and soft. Like, you don't need a blanket. You just need a shirt. Cape Town has deprived me, but it's so beautiful. And to be always in a hurry and not acknowledge it is like, damn. When you're at the ocean, it forces you to calm down because of the way the wave just, I can hear them. And the way people are very relaxed. again, because of the ocean, the blueness, the sunsets, the mountains, the forest, those intimate, beautiful spaces that people continue to create in Cape Town make it a good place to. You were made to get into a lax place, realize lax environment. Let me say that. But when you are in a place that does not have an element that is noticeable, that tends to calm people down, you tend to be more hurry, because when I make enough money to go back to where it's very relaxed. But I'm realizing this place is pretty cool. It's pretty nice. I like it. I do miss the ocean. I do wish I lived next to an ocean, next to a large body of water. But ironically, I've never not lived next to a large body of water, except in 2013. 2012, I did not live next to a body of water, but growing up as a kid, surrounded by rivers and dams and lakes and boreholes and just kids playing with water everywhere. And then when I lived with my father, there was 2012. There was not. We moved to a place where there was a lake, and then when I moved to school, I lived for a whole year to a place that literally was a walking distance to the ocean. And then from there on, I moved to a place where there was a river around. Again, the ocean wasn't really that far, but I appreciate water. There's something about it that just reminds you of the cycle of recreation and wanting to make sure that each stage of it is pure. And perhaps natural elements are the only purest things that continue to mimic it themselves, but with the way we understand the world, we can now recreate plants and foods that are good for you without having the actual thing. So we create. So you're an artist, I'm an artist, we create, we support, we push each other's work, but let's keep remembering that this is home. There's no better future, there's no tomorrow that is better than the one we have today. There's no way this planet is going. Like, we don't want to clash into another better space. We are creating those spaces. As we're creating, keep that create to enhance, not to destroy, not to overpower and prove something, but simply to share an artistic expression. So thank you again for tuning in. I am so sorry for those who have noticed a little bit of a pattern in my updating schedule, that there was a shift. I have been so occupied. I'm not going to lie. I love it, but it's been so exhausting. Occupied trying to be a grown girl. Oh my god, I love being a woman. It's so shoes. I'm into shoes. Oh my god, like kitten heels, vintage kitten heels. I've been looking at some Gucci shoes, like, oh my god, I want to be so pretty, and I want to be sparkly, and I want to be like, oh my god, take it off me, but I'm my own babe, like I'm, like tough but soft, like, man, I can handle on my own, but I'm not gonna tell you, don't spoil me, spoil me. My money doesn't exist, it's just for emergencies, in case I need to buy, a home, a land, like things that make more money. Oh man, this woman is super cool. I love it. I'm excited about it. And I'm excited to see other women too, because I'm like, how are you experiencing womanhood? Oh my god. It's deep, it's crazy. There's a lot of things that I need to realize about myself. Like, mainly because your gender is victimized does not mean everything you say is right. And oh my god, I've had to learn that from my partner. I've had to just sit back and I'm like, yes, I did not know that. Thank you for teaching me. Like, swallowing a pride is something I never thought I would do, especially for the opposite gender, because I didn't think them as just individual people. I just thought them as a group of, like, just group, which I feel like most of us do. We just look at a group of people and we take one uncomfortable experience and then we make that a reality. This was supposed to be a goodbye moment, but yeah, God is dead, but the original creator, the frequency lives on, and I am glad to feel that, to experience that, to be part of that. I'm not gonna lie. Bye. Oh my god. Guess who's not sleeping today? Because they got to edit this whole entire thing.
And they were so sweet. It's like she's about to go back to him because
Scenario is we can move past this and I can
try to do what I can. But I love it. I love doing this. So don't worry, you guys. You guys don't have to.